Hello gorgeous lot, how are you all doing? 29 mile social ride done, diddly dusted. As you can see, I'm on my Todd, just making my way home. I had issues with the Garmin. I've only done 15 mile, but 29, I've probably just done over 30 miles with the ride there and probably an extra mile on top. So I noticed leaving Odium that my Garmin had started all over again. So I was a little bit nervous. I'd lost everything, but I've got a 16.5 miler and then just over a mile because I stopped it because I had to check. Got to change gear. I'm in no rush. Anyway, another Fountain Cafe stop done. Had a sausage bap in the end. I thought I'd try the sausage bap. Neil, sausage bap, yummy. And which leads me on to the reason for showing you me doing my blood sugars and everything before I left and had breakfast, because obviously one of the things I'm always asked, you guys in the comments always asking me about my diabetes and cycling. No you're not, but I just thought I'd just talk about it, to be fair, because I know for a fact that I've got a couple of guys now that I just pulled over. The battery in my GoPro died, so I've just pulled over to change it. And listen to that. How quiet is that? Just gonna have some energy. 15 miles. Nothing like a bit of warm fruit. Cool. I hope he's turning, otherwise I'm going to be dusted. He's not. There you go. Going that way, that way. Anyway, cool. So I've just had a bit of energy. Was just trying to talk to you about diabetes. Actually, I'm going to do it on the road because I said my Garmin. I'm not going to repeat myself. Garmin's played up with. I said a Garmin. I blame the Garmin. It's probably me touching when I was putting the GoPro on the bike or something. Anyway, but I did save the ride, so my ego is all right. Ego's okay. Strava will be okay. It'd probably be about a mile missing, but hey, I can live with that. All right, let's get going. Oh, my knees. So there's a couple of the group who are diabetic. Mark Tree, who's well, actually both of the guys are insulin dependent. Oh God, poor wheels. Both of the guys are insulin dependent. That's Chris Shackleton and Mark Tree. I actually met Mark for my sins. I actually met Mark at a Bianca course. Right, got a tractor coming. He's going off road. Thanks, mate. Thank you very much. I've got some idiot driver clips today. I think I got quite a few, which are mind-blowing, but anyway, anyway, but had lots of nice people on the road as well. And we got the we bumped into a load of cyclists that were chasing the sun. I believe started off in Kent, 200 miles to Bristol. Fair play to them. Fair play to them. I think they had a feed station in Bramley, so we saw a few of them coming back through there. Beautiful. It's nice and warm. It's about 24 degrees at the moment. So cycling with diabetes has been a massive learning curve for me. I used to actually cycle, I used to go out with high sugar levels, so then I knew I was safe, which is probably was the wrong thing to do, but that was what I knew. Oh my god, bumps. But that's what I knew, that's how I did it. But when I took the Bianca course, which is a diabetic, learn to count carbs, and like I did this morning, as you saw, I will know how many carbs my breakfast, lunch or dinner, and sometimes I don't know. Been chased, bruh. And sometimes I don't know, but if I know what's going on, I'll take my blood sugar level, I'll then input the carbs like I did this morning, and it tells me how much insulin I need. And going out on the bike, you think I'd use less, but I've learned it's better not to, in my situation anyway. Other people, all of us are different, so we kind of have to learn what's right for us. I've got a great system. He doesn't look like he wants to slow down. I've got a great system that I know my legs, when I'm out of sugar, my legs die when I'm on the bike. I just can't do anything. So yeah. So I'm always, whoa. You've got your mate behind as well. Oop. Come on, thank you. Farmers are out, man, which is not a problem. Let him bite. So carb counting is a good thing, and then obviously, as you saw, I carry my smoothies as my energy. I don't touch the gels. I used to, but to be fair, they used to give me tummy cramps, so, and fruit gives you fructose, so it's a different kind of sugar. It's not sugar cane, let's just say that. It's something that goes into your system much quicker and much easier. Same as the glucose tablets from Dextro. I use them. Again, you can take, I can take 5-6 of those, and it'll give me 35 to 40 minutes of energy. It sort of goes in the system and then goes out of the system. The biggest problem that I get is that I can, like this morning, and this will probably happen today, because of one of the things I have to do is make sure that I have enough liquids. So today, for instance, if you have a look, you can kind of see I've got the 2 bottles, so I've got less than half of one, and I've done over 30. I've done 34, 35 miles. I've got the tabs in there. You know I like the Cis Vit C and sodium ones. I can't remember what they're called, the orange ones anyway. And what will happen is that I can go out, and if I don't drink enough, I'll get home, check my blood sugar level, and it'll be late teens, early 20s sometimes. Really depends. And what that is that I've not drank enough on the bike. So and what happens there is the liver obviously naturally kicks out glycogen, which naturally will just sit in my blood system, and then that's what happens. So when I go out, I kind of have to make sure that I drink enough, and I must admit I'm worse for that. But what I try and do is I try and have a lot of drink in the morning before I go out. So the shake's good, it's got 500 ml of water in, and this morning I actually had hi guys, hiya. I actually had a bottle of water as well when I got up, just to try and counteract that. But it's not an issue, because sometimes when I eat, I don't know how many carbs are in the meal, so I won't actually take any insulin. Oh, what's going on? I've only got a bogey up my nose. I don't actually take insulin. What I'll do is I'll eat, and then 2 hours after the meal I'll then go and do the blood sugars and the carb count, and my sugars will be high, but I then put in 0 for carbs, but then it tells me what I need to take to counteract the high sugar, but I'm only high for a little amount of time, so it works quite well. So like the other night, Thursday, I got home for the chicken curry, no idea how much rice was in there, so literally after that I was hungry from the ride, so I had dinner, had a bit of toast, a bit of jam on toast, and a couple hours later I was quite high. But that's a couple of hours, not the whole of that 2 hours was high. Obviously you needed the time it took to get to that point as well. So, and then it would tell me, and it tells me what to take. So it's quite a fantastic way of controlling. You still have to be on the ball, but you know, a good way. But we're all different, I think. You know, I know Chris, I don't think he takes any insulin, and then probably checks himself when he gets home and does it that way. Let me give you a sec. Can't remember where I was. Got busy down there and I had a bit of a climb. So riding with diabetes can be a bit of a pain, but obviously with our rides, the reason I'm able to take my insulin in the morning as normal is because our rides are social rides. No disrespect to everybody, you know, I'm maybe pushing up the hills, things like that, and maybe doing the distance, so it's not imperative that, you know, I have to calculate any difference. We've got the cafe stop usually midway. If it's not midway, I'll eat properly. If it is, then I'll substitute. Today, sausage bap. I even had some fruit afterwards, just because, again, it's just a different kind of energy. You have to kind of look at carbs in a different way with different food products. You know, a cake won't give you the energy. Won't give you the energy. Shall I do? Let's do another 6 miles. Let's add a 6 miler on it. Bumpy bump. Although I'm no nutritionist, and I obviously do this my own way, but eating a loaf of bread with 30 carbs, even a couple of bits of bread with 30 carbs in it doesn't quite give you the same energy as eating a banana with 30 carbs in it. There's a lot more nutrients, vitamins and things that the body takes from that, especially the fruit smoothies that I carry. You get a lot more from those, and that's why I like the Huel, because the Huel's packed with minerals and vitamins, proteins, that type of thing, so it works very well. But again, I'm no nutritionist, so you know, you're going to listen to what I say. Check with your doctor first, because they've always got a pill that they can give you to help. A little bit dodgy down here. This is where we saw the hares this morning. This is where we saw the hares. The road. Lovely house. So I'm just having a mooch. I've got a James Social, I've got a Flab beginner's ride tomorrow in Nye. Just coming into Rotherwick. So not too far from home now, a couple of miles or so. It says 22.6, but as I said, just for my ego, there's about 17 mile missing, which is already downloaded. From Ruby again. So diabetic wise, I'm a type 1 insulin dependent diabetic. I take around about 4 to 6 injections a day, depends what I eat, because something like a little banana will have 15 grams, we'll still have 15 grams of carbs in it, so I still have to inject. Because I'm a big guy, I'm on a 3 to 1, so if you got 15 I have to take 5 insulin, which is quite a lot. It is quite a lot. So yes, so yeah, actually let's just have a look at the village. Got a telephone box. That's your library. Rotherwick Library. Oh look, bit of a classic number. Probably the Rotherwick Fate. Very quiet. Oh, we swap hands. food on. The garden's quite packed. Nice little bike. So I've been diabetic for actually about 25 years, I think. Actually, maybe a bit longer than that. 26 years. So diabetic for 26 years. Control it fairly well nowadays. Before the Bianca course I was pretty rubbish, to be fair. Always guesstimating, just taking insulin that I needed. Let me just come down a bit. Oh no. There you go, not so noisy. So cycling and diabetes, you just have to make sure that you know the signs, you can feel what's coming. As I said to you, my legs will turn to jelly, and I know when I haven't got anything left in them, that means I've got nothing left in the tank, which also means I'm going to keel over. So I have to be very careful. I have to be prepping, you know. I always have to be sure of what's going on, and always check my levels before I leave. Is it coming this way? No. Before I leave home, always have something to eat before I go. It's always better to be safe than sorry, and always make sure I've got something on me to cover any mishaps. And nowadays you kind of have to just have to be wary of where you're going and what ride you're doing, because you know there's a lot of hills. You remember the Sportive, you know, the feed station was 2 miles past where they said, or was it 32 miles? So it was not 29 as they said, and I planned for 29 miles. And the panic that I had when I hadn't seen the feed station at 29 miles was the fact that I didn't have enough food if I'd missed the feed station, and it was dangerous. So, and the fact that I was absolutely knackered as well. You know, let's not. But then that again was an eye-opener as well. I had enough food, and I had one more squidgy left on me before the feed station, which would have covered me after the feed station with the feed station. Are you with me? I don't know if I am with me as well. But so, you know, very small thing like that basically filled my pants, because I didn't think I was going to make it back. I didn't think I was going to make it back alive. God, fuck this shit. Farmers are out, man. It stinks. But then that was me planning ahead. You know, it's alright if I plan ahead and then the organisers get it wrong. It wasn't fun. It wasn't fun. It just put a dead-legged body into more of a worry. You know, and as I sort of said, I was ready to phone the van up to come and pick me up, because one more squidgy and that'd have been it. Right, this is a bumpy bit of road. I'll talk to you in a minute. Before I forget, thanks to everybody today. It was really good to see you all. We had a great ride again. Sorry there was no on the road as in banter. Reason for that was I need to get another camera, don't I? I need to get another camera, one for this and one for the bike, so I can mix it up. Anyway, oh, God, did you see that go in my mouth? That tasted grim. Tasted the grimle de grim. Anyway. Thanks to everybody. Really appreciate you coming down today. 8 of us in the end. So we had a newbie to the group, Dawn. Hopefully we'll see you again. We had Tracy, Andy, Mouse, cyclist up. Hiya. Tony. I've lost count now. And Chris. And Janet, not forgetting Janet, obviously. We found it a bit hard work today. But well done to you, well done to everybody. Appreciate your company today, brilliant. And thank you to all my subscribers, I really appreciate it. Hopefully you got something out of this. I'm hoping I can put something together that it actually sounds like I'm talking in some sort of direction, but we will see, we will see. Thank you. Yeah, appreciate it everybody, I appreciate your support as always, and you never know, I might bring you a training video. So we've got Nigel tomorrow, social, Flab Social beginners ride, and hopefully that will go really well. We've got a 30-mile route up for him. We can do the 10 if need be, but we'll see. Take care people, lots of love, and I'll see you on the road very soon.